In this video, we're going to look at example 1 from section 2.5 and use square roots to solve quadratic equations. Now, before we go through the problems, I do want to point out these three examples work out very, very nicely for us. And the idea is just to understand how to use square roots to solve equations. Later on, we're going to see how completing the square will allow us to solve these problems using this method when they're not as neat and nicely set up as they are for example 1. So what are the solution or solutions of 25 equals x squared plus 14x plus 49? We're going to look at a factor subchart, and I'm going to do this kind of quick because we've done that in the past. We're looking for factors of 49 that add up to 14. So this 49, right, we're looking for factors of 14. To save ourselves some time, I'm just going to write the solutions. 7 times 7 would be 49, and 7 plus 7 is 14. So we would have 25 is equal to, and this would factor into x plus 7 times x plus 7. And the idea here is that these two binomials are identical. Right? That's kind of the whole goal here. That will be the goal of completing the square when we get to that in a later video. So we can then rewrite this as x plus 7 squared. Then, to get rid of that square, we could take the square root of each side. For these, we do want to take the square root of 25, and we want to kind of keep in mind that it's going to be both the positive and the negative. And that would be equal to x plus 7, since that square, again, is canceled out by the square root. So this means that I'm going to have two solutions. The first one would be x plus 7 is equal to 5, and the second would be x plus 7 is equal to negative 5. So I'm taking this positive negative 5 and using it to set up my two equations. Solve each one individually. So here I would get x equals negative 2, and here I would get x equals negative 12. And these would be my solutions. If I was to take either one of these and plug them back into the original equation, everything will work out. The two sides will be balanced and equal to one another. The idea behind this section and completing the square, the method we'll get to later on, is that your two binomials here, okay, so this step here, where I've highlighted them in green, we do need those to match up. All right. Clearly, if you had something like x plus 5 and x plus 2, I can't just take those and put them under a square root. All right, they're not the same. Or sorry, not a square root. It's completely wrong. A square. All right, I couldn't just take those and say that they're the same thing because clearly they're not. So once again, the idea that you just want to understand from this video is that having the two binomials being the same means we can write them as a square. So one more example, if I had x plus 4 times x plus 4, I'm allowed to rewrite that as x plus 4 squared, and that will help us to solve using square roots. Give try problem number 1, parts A and B a try, and then watch the next video for those solutions.